HD remasters are something of the norm these days. Capcom has decided to get in on the action with Resident Evil HD, and you know what? It's actually pretty good. Being a remaster of the spectacular GameCube release rather than the one on the PlayStation, the source material was already of a high standard. It would have actually been harder for Capcom to screw things up. That said, this 1080p and 30 frames per second upgrade is, for the most part, really good. The upgraded character models look great, but the environments and backgrounds present in the now infamous Spencer Mansion are more of a mixed bag. Some areas, thanks to some slight upgrades and fantastic lighting, look really good. However, others do not, thanks to some hideously low resolution textures. For an upgrade of a game that's around 13 years old, it's kind of expected, but it would have been great if Capcom could have given the entire mansion a new lick of paint. Resident Evil HD's other big change comes in the form of a brand new control option. The classic tank controls remain, only now to be joined by more of a standard scheme too, allowing you to move in the actual direction you push the stick. It sounds great in theory, but the fact that the game was designed around the tank controls is pretty obvious. The new option only serves to complicate matters, resulting in you moving the wrong way and getting stuck or killed quite a few times. It's nice to have the option, I guess, but for the purest experience, the tank controls are the way to go. Speaking of options, you also have the choice to play in the original 4x3 mode or switch to widescreen. Given the nature of most modern TVs, the latter is probably the way to go and is implemented quite well. Still, if you have an older set, the 4x3 option is nice to have, even if it's just for nostalgia's sake. On the gameplay front, Resident Evil HD remains just as good as both its GameCube and original PlayStation release.
What happened?
Double crosser.
Enrico, wait. Enrico!
Umbrella.
Playing as Chris or Jill, with the latter being the slighter, easier choice, your 12 to 14 hour adventure through Spencer Mansion is truly unforgettable. The pacing is bordering on perfection, with new gameplay elements, enemies and characters being introduced at exactly the right times. You'll come to learn and love the mansion, even when you're backtracking to get to another part of it. The experience always feels fresh, never boring, with the mansion itself feeling like a character on its own. From the first moment to the last, Resident Evil HD is dripping with tension and atmosphere. Each encounter with a zombie or one of the other nasties in the mansion could be your last. You have to attack wisely, be sensible with your inventory, and in general just be on your guard right up until the end. It's not known as a daddy of survival horror games for nothing, you know. Sure, the story is a bit far-fetched and the dialogue is incredibly cheesy at times, but it fits in nicely with the B-movie horror style of the game. If anything, it gives Resident Evil HD a certain lovable charm that you just can't put a price on. It's brilliant. At $15.99, it's a bargain too. There's plenty of replay value whether you go back to tackle the horror at a higher difficulty, or just play through again with the other character. If you've played it before and are a fan of the series, you're going to want to go for it again, even if it's just for a big dose of nostalgia. On the other hand, if you've never experienced it before, you need Resident Evil HD in your gaming life. The best version of a classic and the daddy of the survival horror genre.